Have you ever wondered how the state of Delaware got its start? Let's journey back in time to a landscape untouched by modernity, a place where the Lenape and Nanticoke tribes roamed freely, living off the land and the bounty of the Delaware River. This was a time when the rhythm of life was dictated by the changing seasons. The tribes hunted, fished, and gathered, creating a vibrant culture rooted in respect for nature and the wisdom of their elders. They were skilled craftsmen, creating intricate beadwork and pottery, and fierce warriors when their territories were threatened. These tribes, the original inhabitants of Delaware, lived in harmony with their surroundings. Their complex societies, steeped in rich traditions and spiritual beliefs, were a testament to their resilience and adaptability. But, as we know, the tranquility of the Native Americans' life was soon to be disrupted. The year 1609 marked the beginning of a new era for Delaware. As the 17th century dawned, the tranquil shores of Delaware were disturbed by the arrival of the Europeans. The first among them was Henry Hudson, an English explorer who, in the service of the Dutch East India Company, sailed into Delaware Bay. His voyage was not merely an expedition, but the beginning of a significant chapter in Delaware's history. Hudson's journey was followed by a wave of adventurous souls who sought to claim the New World's riches. The Dutch, captivated by the fertile lands and the potential for trade, established the Zwanendale colony on the site of present-day Lewis in 1631. This marked Delaware's first European settlement, although it was short-lived, succumbing to conflicts with the Native Americans. Yet the Dutch were not the only Europeans who were drawn to Delaware's allure. The Swedes, too, ventured across the Atlantic, establishing the colony of New Sweden in 1638. Located near modern Wilmington, it was the first permanent European settlement in the Delaware Valley. The Dutch and the Swedes, though initially coexisting, soon found themselves in a contest for control over the region. Their rivalry reflected the larger power struggles back in Europe. Each left an indelible imprint on Delaware, shaping its culture, economy, and political landscape. The Dutch introduced their skills in agriculture and trade, while the Swedes brought their knowledge of log cabin construction, a style that would become emblematic of frontier American life. These influences, along with the interactions with the native Lenape and Nanticoke tribes, formed a unique tapestry of cultures that is still reflected in Delaware today. Yet the land that was Delaware remained a chessboard for European powers. The English, the Dutch, and the Swedes all made their moves, and the stakes were high. Delaware's rich natural resources, its strategic location for trade, and its potential for growth made it a prize to be won. The land, however, remained a contested territory until one nation triumphed. By 1664, the English had taken control of the region. This marked a significant turning point in the history of Delaware. The English, sailing under the flag of the Duke of York, seized the New Netherland colony from the Dutch, thus bringing Delaware under English rule. This transition was not without conflict or controversy, but the English were determined, and their influence was soon felt throughout the region. Delaware's landscape, its people, and its economy began to shift under English control. English law and customs were introduced, and the colony's inhabitants, both European and Native American, were drawn into England's global trading network. This meant new goods, new ideas, and new opportunities, but also new challenges and tensions. The English takeover was not just about control, it was about transformation. The English sought to reshape Delaware in their own image, to make it a little piece of England in the New World. And in many ways, they succeeded. English-style homes and farms sprouted up along the Delaware River, English fashions and manners became the norm, and English became the language of business and government. In 1682, another significant event took place. Delaware was established as a part of Pennsylvania. This was a strategic move by the English, designed to strengthen their hold on the region. Delaware was no longer just a remote frontier outpost, but a key part of one of the most powerful and prosperous colonies in English America. Yet, this arrangement was not without its problems. The people of Delaware, proud and independent-minded, often bristled under Pennsylvania's control. They chafed at the restrictions and resented the oversight. They wanted to chart their own course, to have a say in their own affairs, and to control their own destiny. But Delaware was not destined to remain under Pennsylvania's shadow forever. The seeds of independence, once planted, would grow and flourish in the fertile soil of this small but mighty colony, setting the stage for Delaware's eventual emergence as a state in its own right. The English takeover was a pivotal chapter in Delaware's history, shaping its future in ways that are still felt today. The 18th century brought winds of change to Delaware. As the century unfolded, Delaware transformed from a small colony into a flourishing, vibrant region, setting the stage for a monumental journey towards independence. Delaware's growth during this time was nothing short of remarkable. The population multiplied and the economy expanded, bolstered by agriculture, milling, and shipbuilding industries. This era also saw the rise of social and political institutions, with the establishment of schools, libraries, and a free press, laying the groundwork for a more enlightened society. Amidst this backdrop of growth and prosperity, the seeds of rebellion were sown. The spark that ignited the flame was the American Revolutionary War, a conflict that would forever change the course of history. Delaware, despite being one of the smallest colonies, played a significant role in this epoch-making event. At the heart of Delaware's fight for liberty were its patriots, who championed the cause of freedom with steadfast resolve. Among these brave individuals, one name stands out: Caesar Rodney. A statesman, a soldier, and a signatory of the Declaration of Independence, Rodney's contributions to Delaware's struggle for independence were immense. Rodney is perhaps best remembered for his legendary midnight ride in July 1776. Despite being gravely ill, he rode 80 miles through a thunderstorm to cast the decisive vote for independence at the Continental Congress in Philadelphia. This dramatic act of determination and courage embodies the spirit of Delaware's journey towards independence. The fruits of these efforts came to fruition when, on December 7, 1787, Delaware made history. It became the first state to ratify the United States Constitution, marking the end of its colonial status and the beginning of a new era as a sovereign state. This momentous occasion gave Delaware a unique distinction that it proudly carries to this day: the honor of being the first state. So as we traverse the road to independence, we see a tale of transformation, of struggle, and ultimately, of triumph. A tale that reflects the indomitable spirit of Delaware and its people. A tale that reminds us that even the smallest of states can make the biggest of impacts. On December 7, 1787, Delaware made history. Delaware, the first state, has a name that resounds with pride. A title so grand yet befitting, for it was Delaware that first took the bold step to ratify the U.S. Constitution. On the 7th day of December in 1787, Delaware became the very first state of the newly formed United States of America, laying down a path for the other colonies to follow. Delaware's ratification was more than a mere formality. It was a proclamation of trust and belief in the newly formed Constitution and the federal government it sought to establish. A small state, with a population that was but a fraction of its neighbors, had dared to be the first to venture into this uncharted territory. It was a bold move, no doubt, but one that was met with admiration and respect from the other states. The 19th and 20th centuries saw Delaware grow and develop at an impressive pace. The state's economy, initially based on agriculture, began to diversify. Manufacturing and service industries became significant contributors to Delaware's economic growth. The city of Wilmington, the most populous in the state, emerged as a hub for chemical and pharmaceutical industries, earning the nickname the chemical capital of the world. Meanwhile, Delaware's legal and taxation system started to attract businesses from all over the country. The state's laws favored corporations, and its courts had a reputation for dealing with corporate litigation swiftly and efficiently. By the late 20th century, more than half of the Fortune 500 companies had incorporated in Delaware, further boosting the state's economy and prominence. Yet, Delaware's growth was not only economic. The state also saw significant social and cultural development. The arts flourished, and Delaware became known for its music festivals and historical landmarks. The state's diverse population contributed to a rich cultural tapestry that continues to evolve and grow. And so, the small but mighty state of Delaware continues to make its mark on American history. From the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution to a hub of economic and cultural activity, Delaware's journey is a testament to the power of bold decisions and the capacity for growth. From its indigenous roots to its pivotal role in the founding of the United States, Delaware's history is as rich as it is diverse. We've journeyed together through time, from the early days where the indigenous people thrived, to the transformative moment of European arrival. We've seen how the English takeover shaped Delaware's destiny, and how the road to independence was paved with courage and determination. It was here, in this small yet mighty state, that the first steps towards a new nation were taken. Delaware, the first to ratify the Constitution, proudly carries the moniker of the first state. This is not just a title, but a testament to its trailblazing spirit and enduring legacy that has shaped the United States as we know it. So, the next time you think of Delaware, remember the trailblazing spirit of this first state, a testament to its enduring legacy. I hope you enjoyed the video and will support the channel by subscribing. We are the Minutemen of History.